Hey guys, welcome to tonight's BB Can 6 chat.
It's the finally. Oh my
finale. God. Okay, we're gonna do this whole recap screaming because that's what this finale was. Seriously though, oh my god, we'll get there, but so much yelling.
It was a lot of yelling.
It was a lot of yelling.
I stole these glasses from a toddler so that I would look super old.
I was gonna say, those are not your normal glasses. No. But anyway, we're down.
They are my glasses.
But you don't wear those
anymore. No. They're not strong enough. I can barely see.
Alright, well, power through. I'll be your seeing eye human.
Alright.
So we're down to 3 now. We've got Kayla, Derek, and Paris all in the final 3. Isn't that crazy? 3 out of 4 from the Real Deal Alliance.
This was the season of heaven versus hell.
But what about Jocelyn?
Which one of these was angels and which one was devils?
There were a lot of devils. It seemed like more devils than angels, right?
Well,
but I love that.
After an 11-minute super recap of the very long season, I still don't know who's who.
What do you mean? Oh,
who was an angel, who was a devil?
That's because not everything is black and white. Okay.
There was lots of tears. Ryan lost some weight.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
It's a struggle. Struggle's real.
15 friends.
Yeah, but we're down to 2 females versus 1 male.
Okay. Or also known as 2 women versus 1 man.
I feel like I'm at the guinea pig cage at PetSmart.
What?
There's 2 males in here and 6 females.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, it's time for the 3-part final HOH competition.
Part 1 is called Bribe the Beast, and it's all Phantom of the Opera up
Oh my god, yeah, okay, so first of all...
we know it was the River Styx.
Yeah, but it was Phantom. First of all, Trevor Boris and his team, you guys killed it this season. Amazing competitions. Yes. Amazing themes, everything on point. Loved it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So yeah, for this one, Bribe the Beast, you had to go back and forth and collect coins 3 at a time and then stack them up. And you had 3 different stacks going.
20 coins, wooden coins in each pillar. Yeah, that was crazy because there was nothing holding them on. I mean, that was
just like on a little
balance.
Peg.
Yeah.
It was so like the Brady Bunch when they're building... Whoa, am I drinking? What? They're building... Oh my god. They're building that house of cards.
Marsha, your bracelet.
Yeah, Marsha, your bracelet.
Yeah.
Greg!
If they fall, you're F. Did you say that?
No. So if they fall down, well, the good thing was if they fall down, you don't have to start completely over.
Right.
You just have to replace the ones that fell.
I'm still standing. So you don't have to worry about those, but the ones that fall,
Right. So that was good.
This was very close to the first catastrophe.
Ooh, and then once they started dropping...
The hits just keep coming.
I was just gonna say that!
Oh wow, Captain Lee.
I know, right?
Alright, so yeah. Derek dumped his, and Paris.
Everybody had dumps. Everybody was dumping.
And Kayla. It seemed like this competition took forever.
Yeah, but in the end, it really came down to Kayla and Paris in that last stretch. And I believe Paris overtook Kayla.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure, right? I don't think Kayla had a last drop.
It was very close.
Yeah.
I mean, within like 1 or 2...
it was close, yeah.
Coins. But wooden coins.
Paris pulled out the win. I just love that it was like Phantom of the Opera with them pulling the boat across.
She pulled out the win, and then she pulled out the prayers for the first time this season.
Ooh, she's walking around the house like, I am the winner of BB Can 6.
This is my house.
This is my home, and we won't stop.
Okay, very nice.
Miley!
This is our house. This is our home.
That just popped into my head.
That was amazing.
Anyway, yeah, Paris is feeling it. She is like freaking channeling all of the Big Brother royalty that they just talked to before.
She is peaking at the right time.
She is. You gotta give it to her. You gotta give it to her.
All right, so now it's time for part 2 of the dreaded final HOH.
All right, so Paris moves on to part 3 because she won the first one.
It's a real showman showdown.
Yeah, so it's Kayla versus Derek in part 2. And this comp was awesome as well.
Reach for the stairs.
Oh, I see what you did there.
All right. So they have to use these photo blocks that have 2 mugshots on each one.
Right, and they also had a clue on top.
Would you say they were building a stairway to paradise?
I would, yeah.
1 block every day.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So you had to make sure the blocks answered the clues that were underneath. So you, in the process, make this huge, I mean, it was really big, this huge stairway.
It was a very, very good challenge. I loved it.
So, after you complete a row, you have to buzz in and make sure it's right. Because if they messed up like those bottom rows, they're freaking
They would have been there for days.
So
they would have been there for days trying to figure it out. They would have been wishing for death.
They had to buzz in for the first few, which seemed to go pretty quickly for both Derek and Kayla. But then when it came down to the last 4 rows, they could not check. You know, that was it. Yeah. So it was tricky.
But when you think about it, the last 4 rows probably equaled the first row.
Right, there were less blocks. There were less blocks, but because you couldn't buzz in and there were multiple people that applied, to, you know.
And the clue for the next row up was on top of the other block. So if you got the block wrong,
it could really mess you up. Yeah, it could really mess you up.
For real.
So that was fun.
Yeah, so Derek ended up finishing it in almost 21 minutes, and Kayla whizzed in there with 17 minutes and 6 seconds.
Whoa! So that means Kayla won part 2. Derek has no chance of winning this final HOH. It's going to come down to Kayla and Paris.
And you know that there has never been an all-girl final 2 in Canada.
BB Can. Yeah. So this could be it.
All right.
That's pretty exciting.
But first, let's check in with the jury.
Okay.
And Sarah Hanlon, she is so quirky. I love her.
She got to host the jury roundtable discussion. It seemed so tiny. There were only like 5 people there.
It's a very small jury.
Yeah.
And Will comes, "Hey, I'm a screecher." All right,
I'm sorry. It just would have been so funny, just on a comedic level, if he was like, "Oh, where are my screechers?" and like nobody said anything when he walked in.
Crickets, crickets, crickets. All right, so there was talk of floating.
Nobody seems to understand the real definition of floating at this point. Whatever.
I think that's because there's multiple
the word has
of floating.
Lost its original meaning. It means something else now.
What are words for?
Nobody wants to be considered a floater, but if you look at the original definition, it's not a bad thing. No. It's not a bad game move.
It's just gotten a bad reputation over the years, much like other words in our language.
Yeah, people confuse floating with coasting. Blah.
All right, whatever. Derek, yeah, he played an okay game. He was in a showmance. He was Prince Charming.
Yeah.
Did he play dumb? I don't know if there was any playing involved.
Oh.
Ryan
showed his bitterness.
So bitter.
He showed his bitterness. He's like, "There's no way I'd ever vote for Caleb." Bleh.
Wow.
I guess he only gained 14 friends then.
Yeah, I guess so. And the final 3 are all evil. There, we figured it out.
Sarah was like, "Who's an angel and who's a devil?"
They're all devils.
Yeah.
Everybody on the show. They sold their souls for shots at fame. Didn't work.
Well, anyway, and then, I don't know, what did you think of this jury roundtable? I thought at the time it seemed like people really were thinking, you know, I'll vote for Kayla.
Thinking globally but acting locally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like they were leaning more towards Kayla at that point.
I would agree with that. It felt like they were respecting her game more.
Yeah.
They were ignoring Derek because they didn't know who the final 2 was yet, so, yeah.
Okay. So anyway, then it was time for the 3rd part of the final HOH competition. I gotta say, all these like little intro things were like super cool, but also a little bit cheesy.
A little bit much.
I liked when they had the jury yelling at everybody and being like, "You lied!"
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
Alright, so it's Paris versus Kayla, obvi. There's questions about the jury. I kind of like the American version better,
really?
Part 3. When it's more like of a crapshoot.
I think this is way more fair, you know, because this is based in fact.
Is this show fair?
No, but this is more fair than the U.S. Part 3 because this, you're going to be rewarded if you studied more, if you know all the material
I don't think it should be all about studying. I think there should be an element of luck in there.
There's definitely still luck in there. There's still luck in there.
I know. I find it more entertaining, though, the U.S. one. So whoever got the most points after 7, and they were tied for the last question.
Yeah, there was one question
at 5 points each.
There was one question that they both got wrong. That was luck for both of them. Like the other one missed it too. But yeah, it came down to the last question. Can you imagine if that had gone to a tiebreaker?
Yeah, what would they have used as a tiebreaker?
I don't know.
How many times did Will fart during the season?
Can you
10 million?
Can you imagine losing the final HOH on a tiebreaker question? That would suck. Okay, but anyway.
Paris won.
Paris got the last question right, so she won the final HOH.
Yeah, good for her.
Peaking at the right time.
And she chose to evict the only wiener in the room, Derek.
I'm not surprised because she had been saying for the last few weeks that Derek was the biggest threat to win, which I don't necessarily agree with. I don't think he was, but the trio seemed really threatened by him, so they were like, he's got to go. So not surprised. She took Kayla to the final 2. Do you think Kayla was like pissed that she was robbed of her opportunity to cut Derek? Because she's still saying that she would have done it.
Yeah. I would have cut him just wearing that pink Pee Wee Herman suit. Where the hell did he find that?
I don't know. I don't have a problem with it.
White shoes too.
I don't have a problem with it. I did not like the white sneakers. I feel like dress shoes would have been
Those were white loafers.
Nice. They looked like sneakers to me.
They were not.
Okay. Well, anyway, it was time for Derek to chat with Arissa.
I got in a showman's and she taught me things. I picked her brain.
Yeah.
And it taught him to step outside of his comfort zone.
Good for you.
What did he do that he stepped outside of his comfort zone? I mean, he just laid around and did nothing most of the time.
I don't know. So then
That's what it seemed like anyway.
It was time to bring in the jury, one by one.
Poor Johnny on crutches.
I know.
He was like a Humpty Dumpty. He fell off the wall.
That was so sad.
I feel your pain, man.
I didn't understand his explanation of how he broke his foot, but we'll go with it.
He jumped over a wall or something?
Said he ran up a wall, ran up another wall, fell out. Like, what? Yeah. Why are you running up walls? Are you
Maybe they were doing some sort of agility course?
Donald O'Connor and Singing in the Rain? Like, what? What are you doing?
Wow, there's an awful lot of old movie references tonight. Are we going to be up all night watching old movies?
We've got free time now.
Hey, isn't it somebody's birthday today?
Yeah, it's Fred Astaire's birthday. Happy birthday, Fred. Okay, so anyway, it's time to let the jury know.
Bring in the jury.
Derek was the last person evicted, last member of the jury. And they're all like, woo!
Yeah.
I think they were happy about that. I don't think they wanted to see Derek in the final
They wanted to see the showmance broken up.
Yeah.
So it's time for questions, asking all those questions.
Yeah, I really feel like just going into these questions, they wanted Paris to win. Because it seemed like every question for Paris was like, tell us why you were awesome.
Yeah.
You know, or tell us why Kayla sucked. Especially Johnny's question. Telling her to drag Kayla.
Yeah, drag her.
On national TV.
Come for her edges and drag her.
Yeah, and all of Kayla's questions, except for like Derek's, were like, why do you suck so much?
Yeah. But even in Kayla's answers, she was very aggressive.
Okay, first of all, why the hell were both of them yelling so loudly? I get it, you're excited, you're passionate about what you're talking about.
It was too much.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
It was too much.
They were so amped up and so yelly that I don't think either of them did a great job answering questions and giving their final pleas.
No, but Kayla especially was very condescending to the jury, and she called them babies.
She called them babies!
She said she put all of them there. I guess she didn't take her royalty advice from yesterday's show
Did
to
I not
heart.
say that yesterday, that she got the least out of that?
She should have had a little bit more humility.
Yeah.
Not that it would have mattered that much at this point, but maybe throughout the game she probably should have had a little more humility.
Maybe she still could have convinced someone at least to vote for her if she had done a better job. I think her error was she did not pick out specific moves that she made. She was just like, I want HOHs, I want vetoes, blah, blah, blah. She should have referenced specific things that she did, and she really would have had a fighting chance here.
She really was kind of a bitch to everybody, though. Remember that first HOH that she won, and she was laughing in people's faces?
I enjoyed that, though, as a viewer.
Yeah, but as having your face laughed in, it wasn't probably pleasant.
Her jury management was just not good. It was not good. But you could tell the jury was really for Paris when they were all cheering during her answers.
And she didn't insult anyone. She was just stating the facts about her.
She was respectful. She was respectful.
All right, so then they got to give their jury pitches, the last closing arguments, and Kayla was freaking yelling.
She kept losing her train of thought.
Like crazy.
She blew it, man. She blew it.
I don't even know what the hell Paris said. All I heard was
oh, that was really loud.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Okay.
So then the votes, lots of snippy little words, lots of Ryan-esque I did this, blah blah blah.
Oh my god, Ryan was so bitter. He was so bitter.
All right. So now let's leave the votes in there for a while. And let's talk about the first 7. Do you remember them?
Somewhat. It feels like a million years ago. They didn't even get to sit like in a nice stage spot. They were kind of like in the bleachers in the front row.
Poor Rosina. She was just like, oh, we did such a good job.
Yeah, we had such a great season.
Second.
Oh, Rosina. We didn't even get to see Rosina on feeds. I feel a little bit robbed of that, but what are you going to do?
All right, so now they should have had a gag reel at this point, but instead
they did have some highlights.
They had... I don't like the way Canada does this. I like when they
I want to see people cry in the diary room.
Yeah.
I'm already checked out.
So there was house guests talking to Canada. I could have done without that and had like a gag reel because like everybody talks to the camera. Come on.
I mean, there was a lot of it this season though, especially Paris. But as a live feed viewer, I appreciate things like that because sometimes it's hard to tell what somebody's really thinking and who they're really loyal to. So it was nice to hear some thoughts, some genuine thoughts.
There was certainly a lot of drama this season, and they had
many house meetings.
A reel on that. Mostly Will kicking things around.
Well, Allie was quite involved in most of the house meetings as well. Veronica stirring the pot.
Yeah.
Veronica with her fresh unicorn hair.
Yeah, she looked good.
Yeah, good for you, girl.
Yeah, I liked her hair. Okay, words of wisdom. Derek saying he didn't understand why people kept snakes as pets.
Well, they were doing the whole Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy
Sounded more like they kept saying deep farts.
No!
It did.
Well, didn't it end with a big Will bomb?
Probably.
Oh. Okay, can we just mention, though, what a joy Olivia was this season to watch?
She was probably one of my favorites.
At first, the first few weeks were just like, why is this girl here? She doesn't even care. She thinks that it's below her to campaign to stay. But, like, after a while, her, like, lack of...
She was so...
interest in the game.
Low-key.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It was amazing.
She was amazing.
But she really was gaming. She just acted like she didn't care that much. But it was fun to watch her.
I liked her.
Yeah. If they do bring back people in the future, if they have another season, I'd love to see like Allie and Liv come back together.
Ding dong.
Yeah.
One last time.
Ding
dong.
Oh, I did the wrong finger. It's fine.
It's alright. You suck.
I know.
Alright, so it's time to reveal the votes.
Okay.
And we find out, sadly, or maybe not so sadly, that Derek was Kayla's only vote.
That is really sad. Oh my god, and Derek looks so confused throughout the whole...
everybody
after
put
he was
their votes
evicted.
in. Yeah, he was just like...
Yeah, maybe because like Kayla was saying, I would have cut Derek. I told everyone that. Ugh, she's gonna have some explaining to do.
She was really aggressive in her... Yeah,
but congratulations to Paris. I love seeing other super fans win. Even if I wasn't rooting for them, it's just nice to see it happen because you know how much it really means to them. Yeah. So I feel good about that. I'm really happy for her.
Kayla probably, in a gaming sense, deserved to win.
Right.
It was nice to see Paris win because Kayla's jury management was so poor.
Here's the thing.
That really is part of it.
I think Kayla had a much stronger resume. I think she had to fight a lot harder to stay because she was a target immediately. But then again, like, it was her fault for getting the showmance. But still, I think she had a tougher road.
The showmance was a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
You know?
I think she had a tougher road. I think she had a stronger resume, but jury management, man, it's part of the game. She blew it. So
she did.
Paris
it's a major
was
part of the
rewarded.
game. It's at least half.
Yeah.
If not more.
Paris did have an incredible social game.
You know what? Paris had an incredible resume on the down low that nobody realized.
Yeah.
When she needed somebody to stay or somebody to go, she made it happen.
Yeah.
And she made other people think that it was not because of her.
Yeah. I feel like neither of them though really like pointed out the specific moves that they made. I know they don't have a lot of time. I know they don't have a lot of time, but they wasted a lot of time being like, I'm a big fan and I want this and blah blah blah.
That's got nothing to do with it.
Yeah. I'm just really curious what would have happened in different scenarios. Like what would have happened? Scenarios. What would have happened if it was like Kayla who won the final HOH and brought Paris? Would that have made a difference?
Possibly.
If Kayla was the final HOH?
Possibly.
I don't know. I would be really curious to find out. I wonder if they'll talk about that tomorrow morning when they're all together. Sometimes they do like a who would have voted for who if blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious about that.
Let us know what you think in the comments, guys. And we want to thank you for supporting us.
Thanks for watching with us this season.
We really appreciate you guys. Make sure you join us for Big Brother US. Season 20. So exciting. In just 1 month.
Yeah. I think a little over a month. We don't even know. They haven't given us a premiere date yet. They haven't announced it. It's in June, I'm assuming.
Well, we know it's on in Canada, so...
Okay.
Our friends to the north.
Will it be on in the US? We'll find out. So let us know what you guys thought of this season in the comments. What'd you think of the finale? And until next time, much love.